This is the Ethereum dominance chart. And it's important because you can see that on a weekly time frame, ETH has struggled to get over 20% dominance. That's what this bottom yellow line is here. 20%. That means that Ethereum, being the most known, highest used EVM chain in existence, is struggling to gain market dominance. And this is due to a fact of diminishing returns, lower gains, people using that ETH as a utility, like an oil, like put gas in your car, oil in your car, oils in rubber, oils in plastic. The more demand there is, the more use of it, the more that the price gets diluted across other assets. So ETH is struggling to gain dominance in the market because it's got competition that it didn't have in 2015. And I should say honestly that this goes back to this bottoming point here was November of 19. So before we started last bull run, that's when you saw the most dominance when ETH really started to gain from its $80 low up to like 5 grand. And then you ever since then, even though ETH is down from 5 grand to 1,600 bucks, it's held relatively the same amount of market dominance, which creates a certain sort of stability, it's what makes it a blue chip, is that it's protecting this range quite well. But the reality of this is you're coming up against this trend line now, and this isn't just going to go sideways forever because new competition is going to come in and compete with Ethereum, and that's when you're going to really start to see ETH dominance slip as gas prices get out of control. Ethereans chase gains in Hex and other ERC20s. They're going to exit ETH and they're going to go into other things, which is going to lower the market cap dominance. Even though ETH can go up from $1,600 to $8,000 or $10,000, it's not going to outpace the growth of these new coins that are valued at pennies that have real inherent value in them, such as Hex. And then when you factor in things like PulseChain, which could come along and completely disrupt the entire space, as well as other innovative things like Phantom or any of these other EVMs, like ETH's got its work cut out for it. It was the first mover, and it got to use that to its advantage for the last cycle. And I just think that you could see this breakdown out of here, and then Ethereum dominance starts to dwindle. Right, you could lose 5% in the beginning of the next cycle. We've seen that before with Bitcoin